Stretching across 400 square miles of coastal plain, the Nazca Desert in southern Peru is one of the driest places on Earth, a desolate, windswept canvas of rock and sand. But etched into this seemingly barren landscape lies one of humanity's most profound and enduring mysteries. Hundreds of individual figures, from simple geometric shapes to complex depictions of animals and plants. These are the Nazca Lines, gigantic geoglyphs, some stretching over 1,000 feet, carved into the desert floor with astonishing precision. They are so immense their true forms are invisible from the ground. To comprehend them, you must ascend. These masterpieces were created between 500 BCE and 500 CE by the ancient Nazca culture, a civilization that left no written records to explain their monumental work. This is the central paradox. They created an immense gallery of art for an audience that could not exist. They had no means of flight, no way to see their own creations. The questions echo across the centuries. How did they achieve such scale and accuracy? And more importantly, why? Were these lines a colossal astronomical calendar tracking the stars to guide their agricultural cycles? Were they sacred pathways for religious rituals meant to summon water to this arid land? Or, as some theories suggest, were they messages for sky gods, or even runways for extraterrestrial visitors? Welcome to the enigma of the Nazca Lines. Here, ancient artistry confronts modern science. We'll fly over the most famous figures, the hummingbird, the spider, the astronaut, and examine the evidence. For all our technology, the ultimate purpose of these magnificent creations remains tantalizingly out of reach. The Nazca guarded their secrets well, and the truth remains hidden in plain sight. In the arid coastal plains of southern Peru, a remarkable civilization flourished for centuries, between 100 and 700 AD. These were the Nazca people. Long before the rise of the Inca Empire, they developed a rich culture, known for their intricate textiles and beautiful, multicolored pottery. But their most enigmatic legacy wasn't left in their cities or tombs. It was etched into the very fabric of the desert floor, a colossal art gallery visible only from the heavens. Across a staggering 450 square kilometers of desert, the Nazca created a breathtaking spectacle. Over 800 perfectly straight lines, some stretching for miles, and more than 300 geometric figures. But even more captivating are the 70 biomorphs, gigantic drawings of animals and plants. Some of these figures are truly monumental, spanning over 1,200 feet across, larger than 3 football fields. Among the most famous is the hummingbird, its delicate form captured in mid-flight. There's the monkey, with its curious spiraling tail, the spider, so anatomically precise it's been identified as a rare species from the Amazon jungle hundreds of miles away, and the majestic condor, its wings spread as if soaring over the pampa. Perhaps most perplexing is a figure dubbed the astronaut, a humanoid shape on a hillside that seems to wave to the sky, fueling endless speculation. The technique to create them was deceptively simple. The Nazca people carefully removed the reddish-brown, iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the desert surface, exposing the lighter-colored earth underneath. Their incredible preservation is a gift of the environment. The Nazca Desert is one of the driest places on Earth, and this, combined with a lack of wind, has protected the shallow etchings for over 1,500 years. What defies easy explanation is the sheer scale and mathematical precision. How did they design and execute these massive figures with such accuracy, creating perfect curves and straight lines over vast distances, all without the benefit of an aerial viewpoint? And yet, for all we know about how and when they were made, the most fundamental question remains unanswered: why? Their true purpose is one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. The Nazca left behind no written records. Their civilization vanished centuries before the arrival of the Spanish, leaving no ancient accounts to describe the meaning or function of these colossal drawings. This has led to a host of theories, from the deeply scientific to the truly extraordinary. One prominent theory suggests they were religious in nature, massive ceremonial pathways for rituals or perhaps offerings to appease powerful mountain or sky gods. Another compelling idea is that the lines form a gigantic astronomical calendar, aligning with celestial bodies to mark solstices. Some researchers believe the lines are connected to water, a precious resource in the desert, pointing towards underground sources. And then there are the more fringe theories, which propose that the lines were created as landing strips or navigational aids for extraterrestrial visitors. Were they messages for gods in the sky or for visitors from the stars? Ultimately, we are left with only questions, carved into the surface of an endless desert. The Nazca Lines are a silent testament to a lost world, a puzzle on a planetary scale. They challenge our understanding of ancient capabilities and force us to confront the limits of our knowledge, remaining a profound and enduring enigma. Of all the explanations, one of the most compelling is rooted in the stars above. Theory 1. The Nazca Lines are a colossal astronomical calendar. Researchers have discovered that some of the massive trapezoids and straight lines align perfectly with the sunrise and sunset on the summer and winter solstices. For a culture dependent on agriculture in one of the driest places on Earth, this would have been no mere curiosity. Predicting the changing seasons, knowing the precise time to plant and to harvest, was the key to survival. The lines were a celestial clock, a tool to impose order on a chaotic environment. Even the animal figures may have played a role. The famous spider geoglyph, for instance, has been linked by some researchers to the constellation Orion, a celestial marker that heralded the start of the rainy season in the nearby mountains. But like all things Nazca, this theory isn't without its critics. Many lines don't align with any known celestial event, leaving the astronomical theory as just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Perhaps the lines weren't for tracking stars, but for walking among them. Theory 2. The lines are sacred ceremonial pathways. This idea is supported by archaeological evidence. At the points where lines converge, archaeologists have unearthed mounds of broken ceremonial pottery, suggesting these intersections were sites of important rituals. The lines themselves are often only a few inches deep. They weren't roads for transport, but paths to be walked, perhaps in a trance-like state, as part of a sacred procession. The great figures like the majestic condor, a divine messenger in Andean mythology, weren't meant to be seen by people on the ground. They were created as offerings, massive drawings to be viewed by the gods in the sky. By walking their outlines, the Nazca people were physically tracing their prayers, connecting the earthly realm to the divine, and reinforcing their place within the cosmos. A third theory suggests a purpose far more practical, born from the harsh reality of the desert. Theory 3. The lines are a massive map of water sources. In this hyper-arid landscape, water was life itself. The Nazca were brilliant hydrologists, creating a vast network of underground aqueducts called puquios to tap into subterranean rivers. Remarkably, many of the lines and trapezoids appear to directly map the location of these hidden water sources. Figures like the monkey with its swirling tail could be powerful symbols of water and flow. The lines, in this view, were used in rituals to summon water, with shamans walking the paths to petition the gods for rain, and to ensure the continued flow of the underground channels that sustained their civilization. But it is the fourth theory that has most captured the modern imagination, launching the Nazca Lines from archaeological curiosity to global phenomenon. Theory 4. The lines are connected to extraterrestrial visitors. Popularized in the 1960s, this theory posits that the long, straight lines were runways for alien spacecraft. Proponents point to figures like the strange, humanoid carving on a hillside nicknamed the astronaut, as proof of contact with otherworldly beings. Why, they ask, would a culture create art so enormous it can only be properly seen from high in the sky? While there is zero archaeological evidence of ancient aircraft or alien visitation, the question of aerial perspective is tantalizing. Some have even theorized the Nazca may have achieved primitive flight themselves, using large hot air balloons made from their advanced textiles to view the figures from above. Though speculative, these ideas force us to confront the central, baffling mystery of the lines. So, which theory is true? The lack of any written Nazca records means we may never know for certain. Perhaps the most profound truth is that these theories aren't mutually exclusive. The lines could have been a calendar, a place of worship, and a map to water all at once. A single, unified system that tied every aspect of Nazca life to the sacred landscape they inhabited. They remain a silent testament to a lost worldview, an enigma etched into the earth, waiting for us to finally understand their message. After decades of research, the truth remains elusive. The lines continue to guard their secrets. Perhaps some mysteries are meant to endure, waiting for future generations to decode. What do you believe the Nazca Lines truly represent? The answer lies somewhere in the desert silence, and the mystery continues.